Thursday, May 9, 2024. Today it's the day that I'm gonna change the thermostat. Oh boy. Today it's coming the thermostat with the water pump housing. It's one piece, okay? At the same time it comes the coolant temperature sensor there, because the guys that told me that it moves, most probably it's broken, the plug. The plug, I mean, the female is this one, the male is over there. We're gonna change to don't have any headache. What's the plan? I think that I said that before on the update video, status update, I think. But in any case, oil separator or crankcase ventilation or PCV, okay, 1, 2, and the thermostat. These three things, to change it, to replace it, you need to drop down the engine. It's not like the E-Class or the C-Class that you can just open front everything, coolers, radiator fan, all these things. In this case, like I've said before, you have this bar on the chassis, this beam, that you cannot remove it, and there is no access. So, because there is a minor leak from here, you don't want to have a chance, to start leaking later on. Imagine you drop down everything and then it start leaking here. 1, 2, 3 things replacing it. It's gonna come today, like I said. Later the thermostat, I'm gonna remove the old one, and I'm gonna prepare the engine block inside to be nice and clean, to come the new thermostat. That's the plan. Let's do it. Let's remove it. I'm not gonna touch this one. It's easy to remove it. It's not a big deal. All the headache, it's here. That's the first stage. This is the thermostat, okay? You see that 1, 2, 3 notches here are broken, classic, okay? And that's the housing. This is the water pump housing, and this is the thermostat housing. We might need to change the water pump as well. Dang it, dang it. Usually they don't go bad, the water pumps, but if you see, I can make this move here, left and right. That's not right. I don't know if you can see through the video what I'm talking about. And that's why you see the scoring here on the water pump, and you see the same thing here, that it's touching on the housing. It's touching this way. Oh boy, that's a new one. You're gonna tell me when they're passing the kilometers on the years, you're gonna see things that you didn't see before, right? 1 second, let me turn on the light. Maybe it's much easier to see what I'm talking about as it moves. Yeah, I'm gonna feel much better if I change the water pump, and at the same time we're gonna change the bearing from this side. Here it's supposed to have a bearing, if I remember right, or it's just a cap. It might be only the cap, yeah. The thermostat's behind the tensioner, the oil thermostat. That's the coolant thermostat, the oil thermostat's behind the tensioner. No, it's the old one, the C63, I don't remember. But here has a bearing, obviously. What has here, say? What's that? No, it's not coming. It's not from the thermostat, this one. This is something different. I don't remember that has this, the thermostat. I have opened how many of those? I do not recognize this thing. In any case, the water pump, like I said, it's gonna be a good thing to change it. Well, gonna be the worst case scenario. It's gonna explode, let us say, and then you're not gonna pump any coolant. There is also the scenario that it might fail the seal and start pushing coolant inside of the engine. You don't want that. Alright, back to the thermostat. To change the water pump, it's not a big deal. It's just only these two 30 torques, and then you slide it out. It has also two seals, if I remember. and then you put a new one, finish the story. Has a splints inside. Now what I'm gonna do on this, I'm not gonna try to break the housing. I'm gonna try this puller with the big one to pass it through, because here has a spring also. Expand it and then try to pull it out. We might get lucky. Why? Because it does have so much salt all around. It has, but not that much. Let's see, we're gonna try, right? It's much more safe than hammering it, breaking the housing. Yeah, makes sense, right? Okay, let's continue destroying the housing. Dang it. Good to be true, right? I have to design one adapter to enter here inside without hurting the engine block, and with a hammer puller to tap it to come out. Otherwise, wasting so much time. I'm gonna remove now the seal here. This seal, you can take it out actually. Yeah, make my way in without hurting the block. I don't care about the thermostat, I do care about the block, because the housing where it enters the thermostat, it's the block itself. That's the setup. Combination. This is to compress the brake caliper, the piston of the brake caliper. I get the washer, I put it inside. You can pass it because it's not half cut. It has a cut that you can pass it inside. Then you're passing like this, you're turning like this. Put the puller, and then you're taking it out. Before I do that, what I forget to tell you, I make one crack here to help me out. There, inside. I did that with a hammer and with a chisel. Here, this one. Let's just make one crack to help me out. And I didn't scratch anything. Lovely. All this corrosion, what you see, it's not by me, it's from the coolant. There is no single scratch here inside. Let's remove the inner seal and the shrapnels from the plastic. Yep. Alright. Just give me a second. Let me clean also the area there. Take care of the tools, and then we can continue. A minute. Let's see how does it looks like before I pass it with a soft wire wool. Yeah. Alright, it will not gonna hurt the seal. Nice. Nice. Not bad. That's what's remaining from the thermostat, and here up I have this one. That's where I hammer it to crack at this point, just to help me out to get out. It helped, it didn't help, who knows. That's the two seals. It was running on coolant, by the way. Good luck to take out the thermostat if you're not using coolant. If it's so difficult with the coolant, imagine with the distilled water, normal water. Yay. Alright, let me pass it with wire wool to be nice. I have a soft wire wool for this job from 3M, and that's it. Standing by for the thermostat, the oil separator, and the water pump. Yeah, I need to call to order a water pump. Yay. That's it for now. Short update that I didn't F up the engine block, I didn't make any scratch. I'm happy, it worked. Lovely. Moving on.